Hello, friends, and welcome to today's episode. So much time had passed and she was still waiting. She had been unhappy for so long that she was almost ready to give up. But something kept her going through this hard time. She wondered what he would say if he could talk about her and their fight. At the age of 26, Judith had a beautiful boy. Everything in her life was going well. He had the cutest smile and the most beautiful brown eyes. Everyone in the room thought he was adorable. But after a year, she would see that something wasn't right. They thought Evan was just a late grower because he hadn't been talking yet. Most kids would have said a few words by now, but they were still not worried. Their doctor told them to just wait and that he would talk when he was ready. But Evan still hadn't said a word when he was 2 years old. Now, he was called a nonverbal. Nonverbal was a word that Judith had never heard before. Most people never have to learn what that word means. She didn't want to accept that it was real. People said he could talk, but a type of social nervousness was stopping him. Anyone who looked at Evan could see that he was a smart kid. But he was unable to say even a single word. Judith felt like she had let him down at some point, which broke her heart. How could she make this better? She would do any job. Judith wanted to talk to her son and talk back and forth with him. But no matter what kind of schooling they had, it didn't help. Evan's case was just too unusual. So, Judith did some study and found out that if she wanted her son to ever talk, she would need to find specialized help. But none of them have worked so far. Then, Judith found Diane Logan. She was an expert on children who didn't talk. Everyone else had failed to help Evan, but maybe she could. Evan was already 5, and he wasn't getting better. We hope that this is the answer that Judith was looking for. Evan's first step was to use terms like here and thank you along with bright, friendly pictures. Judith thought that this might work. She just wanted her son to talk so she could understand him better and help him like a good mother should. When Evan was finally ready to take the big test, she couldn't help but feel hopeful. In order to be ready, Judith set up her camera. She wanted this to be a memory that they would always remember. The test had tasks in touch practice and remembering things. Evan was going to have his first real conversation ever. Everyone was on the edge of their seats. Diane showed Judith where to go. She had been told to wait for this sign. She got close to her son and kissed his head. "Honey, do you want to tell me anything?" No practice had been done. Evan's next choice of which button to press came from his own mind and heart. Evan looked at the screen as if he were judging each line. But when he finally pressed one of the text buttons and the sound that went with it came out, Judith felt like the world around her was falling apart. "I'm in love with you." But that wasn't the end. Evan kept pushing it over and over. She threw her phone away, stopped the video, wrapped her arms around her son, and cried tears of joy. Even though people told her she was doing a good job as a mom, she always felt like she was failing and that she was a bad mother. But just hearing those 3 words changed everything for her. The trip up to that point had been hard on the heart and cost a lot of money, but it was all worth it. Along the way, there had been many lessons, but now there was a new one. Our personalities are more than just what we say. People say things all the time that they don't mean or that hurt other people. If these were the first words he wanted to say, it showed how beautiful his soul was. But that wasn't all. That's it for today, friends. Please let us know what you think about this story. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you soon for more amazing stories.